Hello everybody, it's Robert Powers, and today I'm going to do a head-to-head comparison on producing what we call a mirror shine or a spit shine or a glissage. Okay, now first of all, what I'm talking about is here, do you see on this toe cap here, right, where you can see a pretty awesome reflection. Isn't that beautiful, right? So the way you do that is you put multiple layers of neutral shoe polish on the toe cap. Now I know there's multiple ways of doing this. I've seen people cheat when they do this. I've seen people light stuff on fire. I've seen people use hairspray. So wonderful. I'm sure there's other ways, but I'm talking about the good old-fashioned spit shine, multiple layers of clear. Here is that's a pair of Allen Edmonds Park Avenues. Here's my McAllister's in Oxblood, right? Beautiful. You can see that nice high shine reflection. It's not as apparent on the lighter colors like this pair of Walnut Allen Edmonds Sanfords, okay? So still there, it's just not as, apparent, okay, when you have a lighter color. So the test that I'm going to use three different kinds of shoe polish. First, the cheapest here, the Kiwi neutral shoe polish, right? It's a standard Kiwi. It's probably right around $3 to $4. This is the Saphir neutral, okay? This is the Pate de Luxe. This is a standard, it's a similar kind of product to this. It's a harder paste wax, but this is about $8 a can, okay? And then I'm also going to put it up against, see, for size comparison, Saphir Medaille d'Or. Do you see at the bottom there? It says Mirror Gloss. Now this is about $26 a can, and it's not as much bigger as you'd think, okay? But anyway, so we're going to see, first of all, a couple things. Does it produce a higher shine? And then the other part that I'm going to look at is how many coats does it take? How much time does it take to get a high shine, okay? Now the shoes that I'm using here today is the test shoes. There's a nice pair of Johnston Murphy's, from looking at the model number here on the inside. You can't see it there, but it's a 24-8565, that model number in there. This is the Aldrich, and the Aldrich level shoe, full retail price is $289 from Johnston Murphy, and you can see here there is a scuff on there, and I believe that's going to come out, but you can see I take this one off. If you look at the surface, I believe this is full grain leather, okay? Look at on the vamp there. Can you see those pores and things, right? So if you can see on the toe cap, maybe I'll show you this one where it doesn't have tape on it. You see the texture, okay? So it's a bumpy texture, right? So it's been shined, but there is no clear on it, okay? So on this one, on the left half, I'm going to use the Kiwi. Saphir on the right half. This one I'm going to use the Saphir Mirror Gloss, okay? Now, by the way, compare this Johnston Murphy at the $289 level Aldrich to the $175 level for the Melton. And I mean, at first glance, they're both, cap toes. Yes, I know this one is a quarter brogue, but at first glance, it's like, what's the difference? They're both basically Goodyear welted, okay? Well, if you look at the surface of this, I believe this is corrected grain leather. If you don't know what that is, go to my description below. I did put a mirror gloss on this too, okay? So, but anyway, before I get started with the actual test here, let me illustrate one thing. So what we need here to do this, by the way, is first, this is just a strip of old t-shirt. That's all this is. This is literally just t-shirt, a nice old soft cotton t-shirt, okay? Obviously the three different polishes. I'm going to start with the Kiwi, and then another lid, okay, with just water in it and cold water, okay? And obviously the shoes that are cleaned, already polished, and ready to go. So I'm going to take this and, oops, I'm going to wrap it around, off camera anyway, so that I get a good, cloth here. That's all it is just wrapped around my hand a few times. And of course, every time I change polishes, I'll move the cloth so I don't cross-contaminate, okay? So why don't I go ahead and I'm going to start with the Kiwi first, okay? And so I'm going to load up. You can't really see it on the cloth, I don't think anyway, right? Because it's neutral. I'm going to get this angled down a little bit better for you guys here. Now remember, look at the texture, okay, the surface texture. You can see it's not perfectly smooth. In other words, can you see the bumps, I don't know what to describe it as, but it's not perfectly smooth, okay? Those are all going to be filled in with polish, okay? You can already see it going on. You need to wrap this a little bit tighter. If you need to wrap it a little bit tighter, you just pull it through here. You pull it through there, okay? Then I'll tighten it up a little bit. A little more of the Kiwi. It's not super critical that you get it way down, you know, here up underneath there. Okay, because remember there's a spit shine. Okay, it's just for... Okay, now do you see how it's nice and hazy? That's perfect. I'm going to let that sit. I'm going to move the cloth and I'll come back. Number 2 here, I know it looks kind of like crap here and it's been used, but this is well taken care of. This does work very well, okay? So here's the Saphir, second half Saphir. It's pretty soft. The Saphir is pretty soft and goes on very easy. It does seem to me to have a little softer texture. Load up a little bit more. That's good. Nice and hazy on both sides. Okay. Now I'm going to switch back. And this is a little bit of a pain in the butt. I know I haven't done the Saphir Mirror Gloss yet, but this has had enough time to set up. I don't want it to get too dry. Okay. So I take 1 drop of water. Can you see the 1 drop? Bloop. Put it right there and rub. And I'm using the same section of the cloth that I did to put the polish on. So that's 1 coat. Now you can see it's starting to fill in. It's still mottled. It's definitely not a gloss, not a mirror gloss, okay? All right, I'm going to cut. I'm going to do this side. Okay, and 1 drop of water on the Saphir. Same section of cloth. This is a pain in the neck, but I did move it. Needs a little more water. It's hard to describe how you know when you need to put more water down. This almost feels a little greasier, I guess, is the way it feels right now. You can see how much longer it's taking. See, it's not smoothed yet. It's definitely taking much, much longer to get this first coat to smooth out. And that's why I'm using more water. It's almost as if the water helps. It's not curing it, but it's almost like the water helps to smooth and flatten it. Right. I don't think the water combines with the wax so much as helps to solidify it. A little more water up here. I can already see it's much shinier though. Can you tell that? I hope this shows up on the video. Not everything shows up very well on a video. I think you can already tell. Can you tell? Look at the surface texture compared to this side. And then the amount of gloss. One great thing I love about this, the cap actually unscrews. Hallelujah, right? And by the way, it is much harder. Okay, this is definitely much harder consistency. Like I can push my finger into it and it won't, you know, it won't even smush into it, okay? Right. And that's on purpose. So. And from using all 3, I already do have my opinions on which is best, okay? But I'm going to try to stay unbiased, okay, and prove which one actually is best for spit shining. Okay, 1 coat done. From left to right. And to tell you the truth, Just from this, I can't really tell the difference between the Saphir, but the Kiwi definitely has the lowest shine. Okay, so let's go another coat. So here we go, round 2 with the Kiwi. That's not bad. Looking pretty decent. Okay. And change positions here. I got it numbered. I don't know if you can tell, but I got a number 1 there, and I got a number 2 on my cloth. Okay. So this is the same spot. This is the Saphir Pate de Luxe. And can you see what I mean about starting to fill in the turf surface texture? Starting to fill in those pores. So I don't know if you can tell in the video. It is filling in faster with the Saphir for sure. Okay. Now let me change my cloth to the 3rd position. I don't need a lot. There's already some on the cloth. I honestly can't say if I could see a huge difference between the mirror gloss and the Pate de Luxe. Okay, let's keep going. And this is coat number 3. It's really filling in very slowly with the Kiwi. And it almost seems hazier. It doesn't really seem extremely clear. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm just not getting a good shine. And it's not really filling in the pores very well. Okay. So position 2 on the cloth. I'm not going to put very much on. Don't need a lot. I think you can definitely see the Saphir is much shinier. Saphir. Put one more swipe. And again, to be honest with you, I cannot really tell you that the mirror gloss is better yet. Okay, let's keep going. This is coat number 4. And once again, it's hard to say if there's any difference between the standard Saphir and the mirror gloss. I find that surprising. Definitely better than the Kiwi though. So that's 4 coats. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go off camera and just show you the results, I think, at this point. I don't want to bore people. Okay, here is the final result. So I'm going to use this lid, this Kiwi lid, just as, you know, to catch the reflection. So here's the sapphire. You can see you can't really like read the lid. There's probably just not enough light in here. Okay, I usually do this after my kids go to bed. But you can see, you know, even just looking around the room, right? You can see me, you know, you can see a good reflection. The Saphir Pate de Luxe, not quite as clear. To see it didn't quite fill in the pores as well. Okay, again. And the Kiwi is just hazier. It really didn't fill in very well at all. I mean, it's not bad. If you didn't know what a spit shine was, you wouldn't say it looks bad, but it really doesn't look nearly as good or as clear as this. And there's definitely a higher shine with the mirror gloss. And it is easier to achieve too, because it's harder, it sets up quicker. So that's up to you, you know, if it's worth, you know, spending from $8 going up to 26 bucks, but there you go. So to tell you the truth, the difference between the two sapphires is not as dramatic as I thought it would be, actually, to tell you the truth. All right. But look at that. And to tell you the truth, to get a perfect mirror shine, I would say it's not done. Okay, can you see, especially up in here, you can still see it's not filled in. If you look down here on the toe, in this area, that's filled in really nicely. That's what you're really trying to achieve. Okay, versus... Okay, see, it's not all the way there. There's some areas here on the toe where it completely filled in. You can see up in here it's not at all. Okay. And again, compared to the Kiwi is even just hazier even where it did fill in. So there you go. So I think the champion for this contest is definitely the Saphir Mirror Gloss. Okay, to wrap this up, now by the way, below in the description, I'm going to put a link to the very first video that actually really taught me how to do a proper shoe shine. And it's by Johnston Fitzpatrick, and his channel is called, company is called The Shoe Snob, Johnston Fitzpatrick. And the video is how to properly shine your shoes. I'll put a link below. Also, where I got the Saphir products from is Kirby Allison, The Hanger Project, H-A-N-G-E-R, Kirby Allison, K-I-R-B-Y, Allison. And he's got a lot of great videos too, and he's got a video on how to do a spit shine. So and here's what the pair looks like completely finished. Both toes done in the Saphir mirror gloss. Isn't that nice? And that was actually, I would say, about 7 coats. It took quite a bit to get these to fill in. So, but that's what they should look like. That to me is a proper mirror shine, spit shine or mirror shine. All right, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching.